Hello, this is Lori Michelle, the Moshiach, sharing my morning chat with Hashem. This morning, Hashem gave me a vision, which is on the thumbnail to this video. He showed me a clock at 6 o'clock, and I knew immediately what he was talking about. And maybe you do if you've read my book, because he showed me a clock many years ago, and it's in my book because I talk about the timetable for world redemption. And that morning, he showed me a clock at 3 o'clock. And he said that we were 1/4 of the way there, 1/4 of the way to redemption, and that the clock started on the day of my awakening in 2009. And so it's in the book, but if you do the math, he said to me that it was 24 years, that the time that it would take from the beginning of my awakening, when he said, go get pen and paper and start writing this down, and it's in this book, to the completion of when we are a redeemed world. We still have many, many years of cleaning up this horrible mess, but the world will be at peace, would be 2033. So this morning when he woke me up, he showed me 6 o'clock. And I said, oh, we're halfway there. Oh, living on a prayer. Take my hand, we'll make it, I swear. Oh, living on a prayer. I'm not a singer, but he says one day, he says it's soon, people, Bon Jovi will be singing that with me. And you will all be singing that. You don't believe me, do you? Oh, he just said, many of you believe me now. Mazel tov, simon tov. I'm glad I'm giving a happy message today, because I have had a very rough couple of weeks. We all have. Watching what's going on in Afghanistan is enough to upset any American, anyone in the world. It's horrible. But 2 weeks ago today, I got vaccine number 3, and I had a reaction. I had muscle pain and aches and pain, and my arms swelled. But about a day into it, I had tremendous lower back pain. And a lot of people want to shrug it off, saying, well, it's a coincidence. And he says no. And I looked it up online, and even Dr. Fauci had lower back pain from the shot. But he said I did the right thing. And everybody has to make their own decision. I agree with President Trump. You got to make your own choice on this. But I believe in the vaccine for me, because the virus is very deadly. And at the end of every day, he decides anyway. You could get vaccinated and still, God forbid, get the virus and perish. Or you could have a horrible reaction, which I had a bad reaction. I had lower back pain. I still have it. But yesterday, good news, I went to the doctor, complained, and he gave me a medication, which reminded me of my days in medical marketing, a drug by Novartis for my lower back pain. And I'm feeling better today. And I don't know if it's obvious. He says it's obvious. I went for a run today. I did 5.5 miles. I need to run. And when I don't run, with all the problems in all the world, and watching the news feed and crying for the women and the babies and the fathers of Afghanistan and the Americans who are now stuck there. I don't even want to go into it. I want to have an uplifting video today, because we have to have hope and we have to believe that things will get better. We're in a very rough time in humanity, and he says it's going to get very hard and very difficult, and that your eyes are starting to wake up now to the mess that we're in. I woke up over a dozen years ago, and I write about how bad things are in my book. And people are starting to get a whiff of that now, a dozen years later. And a dozen years later, I'm watching people around the world starting to visit my website finally. So maybe Hashem, maybe you're telling the truth. Maybe it's Shmita. We have the Jewish New Year coming very soon. And he says the year of Shmita, this is going to take off. So maybe Bon Jovi will sing that song for us. Oh, we're halfway there. Redemption is a dream for me. It's a fantasy, really, that we won't have to die, we won't grow old, we won't get sick, we'll clean up the mess, we won't have war, we won't have terrorists anymore in this world. And I'm not in it for that. And if you're in it for that, you're in it for the wrong reason. You know why I'm in it? I'm in it for those babies who are handed over the wall to the Marines, to the soldiers on the other side, the Afghan women. I'm in it for those babies. I'm in it for those mothers and fathers, the Americans who are stuck in Afghanistan. I'm in it for my kids. I'm in it for you, for your children. I'm in it for world peace. All the miracles that redemption is supposed to bring us, it's all up to him. But what's up to us is bringing peace. And the way to peace is to redeem ourselves in his eyes, meaning get rid of the schmutz, get rid of the garbage. We're participating, the world, humanity is participating in a mess. And if you're not aware of the mistakes you're making, it's not an excuse anymore. You can learn. And that's what we're here to do, to redeem the world. We must learn where we're going wrong, clean up the mess within ourselves, and heal the world one person at a time. And a bunch of you are listening to me and watching my videos and sharing them. And God bless you. I'm rooting for you. This is a very tough time right now. The forces of evil are so strong that it's very easy for you, whoever you are, to be pulled away, to believe the disparaging things that people might be saying about me. People have this evil inclination and they're naysayers and they're nasty. And it's very easy to get pulled off of the straight path. So if you're listening to me and you've read this book, and some of you have read it more than once, you really should read it more than once. There's a lot of information in here. Good for you. And if you stay with it, God bless you. And he just said, and he does bless you. Let's do this work. Let's clean up the mess. Let's make it better for everybody. And if Hashem decides that all those miracles will happen, wow, that's wonderful. I'm not in it for that. I'm in it for us to come together and create the miracle of world peace. God bless you. So do it now. Buy the book. Let's come together. He says we'll be coming together soon, and we will create a world that runs on love. God bless you. Oh, we're halfway there.